Hi, welcome to my channel, Warbow KTB Archery. This week, back again, practicing with the Fenwick Pacific Yew self longbow, Warbow. I haven't got the scales today. I've been trying to sort of measure it every week, just to see what I'm dealing with. But overall, it's been between 90 to 96 pounds the last few weeks. Today's a bit cooler than last time I shot it. Last time I shot it was quite warm and muggy, and the bow felt a bit more sluggish, if that's the case. But today it's 15 degrees, wind's picking up a bit, so you will see everything moving around, a lot of wind noise, so apologies for that. But I've been practicing with my new Korean bow, Daehan, and with various bits and bobs, toys with it, so watch out for some shots with the tonga. So that's something new I'm practicing with. Quite a tricky little thing to use. But having shot the Daehan, I've come back, got the longbow out. I'm going to do a bit more practice with the longbow. I skipped 2 weeks because I was away last weekend. So this is the first time in 2 weeks. So it's just about, maintaining my strength, building control, improving my accuracy, and getting familiar with the bow and how it behaves and the arrows. So without further ado, I'm going to do a bit of shooting. I'll be shooting at the cat. So this is approximately 25 to 30 meters, more or less, 25 to 30 yards. I'm not sure. I always shoot unknown distances, so it's a good distance, just to see the arrow fly and whether I'm on target or not. So it might not be very well visible through the camera where it's landing, but we'll see. And as you can see, the wind's just picking up. It's quite gusty. Forecast says there might be rain later, so fingers crossed. There's a bit of sunshine, a bit of wind, but sometimes when it is this windy, showers are quite short because they just blow over. So without further ado, let's do a bit of shooting. It's interesting that one thing it's interesting is that the shooting style for the longbow compared to the Korean bows, even for like kind of similar kind of weight levels, it's slightly different. It doesn't quite feel like a straight swap. So there's a bit of extra effort put in to shoot the longbow compared to Koreans. And I'm hoping that between shooting both bows, that will build up all my minor little muscles and form, and then eventually will help me sort of, improve my strength on both. But it's it's something. I do believe that with practice, and taking it steady, there's no limit to what you can do. And you can see some people out there, lots of people now, North Wolf Bowman, Joe Gibbs, obviously, Robin off Sherwood, and quite a few other people that I can't name, and apologies, that I follow, all shooting heavy bows, long bows, and you can see the progression, and from year to year, and the pushing and the training, and the serious about their archery, and it's very inspiring. It just goes to show that you get out what you put in. So the more you put in, the more you get out. Anybody thinking about it, I would definitely recommend to just give it a go. Try and shoot the heaviest bow that you can shoot, and then once you can shoot that, pick a heavier one, and then try that again with that one. Because I honestly believe that with training and building your strength, you'll enjoy it, and you'll feel a better person for it. And there's a lot of stories about people doing target archery who move up from 34 pounds to 38 pounds, and then they get an injury because the form in target archery is not the same. and I just don't understand how that could be possible. You know, going up 4 pounds give you an injury, but you know, you can still go up, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds and still shoot, you know, without, you know, if you do it correctly without an injury. So yeah, you know, try it, learn how to shoot, you know, and make every shot feel like an effort. And every shot does feel like an effort. Just got goosebumps just from that one. Probably the wind and the chill, but that felt good. Oh, I forgot to say, I've ordered a glove just to see whether that glove will help. So hopefully it'll be here for next week. Fingers crossed. But I'm going to be shooting with this tab. I'm going to go back to the other tab once I'm more familiar with, you know, my positioning on my fingers, and see whether it was a tab thing or inexperience or technique or what it is. But I've got a glove, so I'll be testing the glove when it comes in. Happy with that. Wind's picking up now, so hopefully it's quite cold as well. Last time I was here, it was boiling hot. I had a t-shirt underneath my shirt, and I had to take the shirt off. And this week, I wish I'd had a t-shirt underneath, because the wind's just going straight up. But you know, I'd rather be cold than warm, because when you're shooting, you know, heavier bows, you don't feel the cold. You just, you know, the bows will warm you up. Bit wobbly. I still need to work out where my hand positioning should be. And I've kind of realised that I was watching the Joe Gibbs how to throw a javelin thing, where he explains the hand positioning and everything. And to me, it just feels, you know, that kind of pushing with the palm of your hand feels very much like the Korean grip. But what that does is that it raises my finger up too much. So you see there, that's because of how I'm currently holding. But I think I may need to be more square to it. But it's still in the works. It's all in the works. And experimentation is where I'm at. So if you want to try something, try it and then see how you feel. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, try something else. Oh, that went a bit off. I felt it. I felt it in my anchor. I thought it's not quite, wasn't quite there. Okay. Oh, I can blame the wind. Anyway, right, okay. Okay, that's on target. And the last one. Oh, right at the top. I'm gonna go pick up and then come back. Okay, back again. Nothing really special. One just behind the target, and the other one's hit the boss. And I'm happy with that, so long as I can get them in the boss. At this stage, I don't want to Robin Hood anything. I don't want to get them too tight. So when I do feel that the group starting to tighten, I might have to practice a bit further away, just to make sure that I'm not damaging arrows. So let's try a bit more. Oh, that's a good one. Might even be in the inner kill where it's at. Might have a look later. Oh, I felt the string touch my glasses on that one, and I tried to correct, and it just fell short. This is the bit I'm struggling with, the consistency. I need to have a form where I go to the same place every time. There's no variance in where I'm doing. But touching the glasses just put me off there. Okay. And the boss, bit on the edge, too close to the wood frame. Okay. Good one. 5, 6. And the last one. That's a good one. Right, gonna pick him up and then maybe try with the other tab. Right, trying the buck trail floppy tab again without the spacer. See whether it still hurts or not to use. That was most of the arrows that I shot there weren't that great, but that first arrow, that would have been a 20 points on the under NFAS rules for that first arrow. Okay, so already without the spacer, it feels a bit weird. So let's try and see how it goes. Oh, too bad actually. That felt clean, although it did catch me on the nipple. I've never worn a chest protector. I always thought with Korean archery, because you're more square up to the target, there's absolutely no chance of anything like that happening, and you twist into the position. But with this, with a longbow Mediterranean style, it's slightly different. Let's try that again. Oh, that flew quite nicely. Bit out of the way. I'm still trying to work out my aiming point. I'm kind of just shooting instinctively at the moment. You know, just as soon as it feels good, I'm letting go. I'm not really paying attention to the arrow, the point, anything. Oh, top, a bit high. Let's take it down a bit more. So far, I felt that on my finger there, my middle finger. But at least it's not on the nail bed like it was last time. Okay. See the spin on the arrow on that one. So So hopefully I'll get the glove next week and then I can do a comparison on that. But so far, this one's not too bad today. Oh, a bit low. Last arrow. Right, and I think I'm going to call it quits after this. I just need to get home. The weather's not great. And I've done a bit of shooting between this bow and the other bow. I'm happy with it for now. Oh, that's a good one. So, thank you for watching. And see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.